Hello, I'm Roy Barker with More Diversified Services. I'm here today with Rick Hunsicker, and we're going to talk about a new product that he is rolling out. It's called the Senior Transition Service, and it is by.
Senior Relocation USA.
Okay. Well, Rick, thanks for being here. We look forward to hearing all about it.
Good.
Good.
I'm eager
Good.
to tell you all about it because we got some new things that I think you'll find interesting.
Okay, great. And also, I guess if anybody's interested, they can give you a call and get a DVD and some
Right.
sample brochure materials.
Right. We've
Okay.
got a couple of other tools that come along with the program.
Okay.
We have three guides actually that are very helpful. We have the planning guide for seniors,
Okay.
and we've actually sold about 10,000 of these already. Retirement communities buy these to
Okay.
give to their prospects to help plan for a move to a senior community, and they can get their logo put right here
Okay.
and their contact information if they buy 100 of these. And then we have the transition guide, which goes into much more detail on making the actual transition. So this is for somebody that says, well, we're starting to think about it. Great.
Okay.
You need help planning, right? Oh yeah. Well, we're going to move for sure. Great. Then here's the transition guide, which will give you all the details on moving. But we have a house to sell. Great. Well, here's a home sale guide,
Oh, wow.
which will help you sell the house. Well, we'd like to see and understand a better picture of the issues of home ownership and why should we leave our home and go to a retirement community. Well, you need to look at what seniors need to know today, DVD, which is a DVD of a seminar that I do around the country, educating seniors about the issues, financial and the lifestyle issues of homeownership and their options in senior living communities. So this has been a very, very popular seminar, and now it's on DVD.
Okay.
So those are four additional tools to help communities educate consumers in a way that helps them see better the advantages of getting out of their house and into a better lifestyle environment.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, great. For coming over.
You bet. Thanks for having us. We appreciate you showing us around. Like to talk to you a little bit more about the service that you have for seniors and selling their properties.
Oh, okay, the home sale service.
Yes.
Yeah, it's called Senior Relocation USA,
Okay.
and we've had it a couple of years, and we're making some interesting changes to it. Basically, we're partners with the world's largest real estate and relocation company, and we've got an arrangement with them to participate in their affinity program. So they work with groups, their organizations, affinity groups, and they provide real estate services to those groups. So I approached them and said, hey, what about seniors? You know, I have an affinity group.
Right.
It's seniors moving to retirement communities that haven't sold a house in years. And they said, yeah, we'd be interested in working with you on that. So basically the service has 4 national companies that participate in the network, and the real estate agents have to go through screening, training, drug test, criminal background test to be a participant in the program. And then the senior or senior living community calls what we're bringing into the program a relocation concierge.
Okay.
So that's the new part of it. So the relocation concierge will be somebody that will be the initial point of contact with the senior or the retirement community that says, hey, we have somebody that
Okay.
needs help selling their house and
Okay.
moving and all that kind of stuff.
So this will be a good solution for current operators that have prospects that haven't sold their house yet to get them involved with this company in order to help them facilitate the sale.
Right, to help them facilitate the sale and the move-in, but what's more important is helping more people choose to go to that community because they offer the service. So here's the deal, and Jim Moore agrees with me tremendously in that the biggest obstacle that seniors have is the whole hassle factor. I've got all this stuff, I've got a house to sell, I haven't sold a house in years, the whole overwhelming task of getting through all this stuff is just too much. We're just gonna wait till something happens. So a lot of people don't see as clearly that having this service will get more people to say, well, maybe we will move, because we didn't even know that there was this service that was going to help us declutter, get organized, because we're also partners with the National Association of Senior Move Managers.
Okay.
So the relocation concierge would talk to the senior and say, well, Mrs. Jones, tell me what you need in the way of assistance to make a smooth, comfortable transition from your house to a community. And she would say, well, I have all this stuff, and I don't know what to do with the stuff. Probably a senior move manager would help. Many of them have background in organizing. They could come over and help you right size all your stuff, which would then, when you are ready to move, so much of it's going to be gone already, taken care of. So they'll literally go into the attic and bring stuff down. Where do you want to give this? Who do you want to give this to? What do you want to do with this? So senior move managers are terrific in helping the senior declutter and get the house ready for the market. Then the concierge would say, well, are you going to be selling your house? Yes. Great. Well, we can help you do one of the most important things in real estate, and that is get 2 or 3 opinions from 2 or 3 different real estate agents before you pick one. One of the biggest mistakes that people make, not just seniors, is listing their house with the first person they talk to.
Right.
Because they don't have, would you hire, if you were looking for a new employee, would you hire the first and only person you interviewed?
No, definitely not, definitely not.
So we advocate interviewing 2 or 3 real estate agents, and Senior Relocation USA will provide 2 of the real estate agents. Now the senior may say, well, I know somebody. Great. Interview them too. So that you have 3 opinions, and based on talking to those 3 opinions and getting their estimate of what your home is worth, what needs to be done to get it ready for the market, they'll know the best person for them. Now the bonus for Senior Relocation USA is, because of the way the system is set up, the realtors do pay a referral fee for getting that business. Part of that referral fee actually goes back to the home seller in the form of a cashback guarantee up to $3,300, depending on the price of the house. So not only do they get very high quality service, but they get a little cash back at the end of the transaction in all but 5 states. There's 5 states where the real estate law does not allow a cashback rebate, but all but 5 do. And so that's kind of icing on the cake, is what we like to think.
Well, that sounds like a win-win for both the resident and the property, for the, I guess, for the marketing team to be sure and lead with this, to put the prospect at ease that they can help them make that transition easy.
Absolutely. It's a tremendous benefit. And I'm advocating that the senior living community sales team tells the seniors about it on the very first visit.
Right.
Because if they know, as they're going to look at other places, but that place will help us get rid of our stuff, but that place will help us sell our house, and these other places didn't even mention it.
Right.
So I would, in a role play, if I was role playing with you, I would say, Roy, and let me tell you something else. I know this is your first visit and you're just starting to shop, right?
Yes.
So I want you to know right up front that should you choose our community, once you make the choice, we're going to help handle all the details. Move in, getting your house sold, everything. We're going to help you with all of that.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to start helping you before you even get here.
Yeah, that is a big load off for the senior and their families, not having to worry about that.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you mentioned families, because one other thing that I hear from a lot of potential clients is, well, we should use it for independent living, but we don't need it for assisted living or memory care because they got to move anyway. So the kids deal with the house. Well, why don't you help the kids?
Right.
Why wouldn't you take the burden off of them?
Right.
And say, all right, does your mom have stuff in her house to get rid of? Yeah. Does she have a house to sell? Yeah. Would you like help with that? You can help us with that.
I say, who wouldn't want that, right?
Yeah. So anyway.
Well, now, so we've got the real estate agents are going to be screened and be trained more geared towards seniors as well.
Yeah.
Is there going to be an extra cost figured in this, or is it about the same % as a normal real estate
Same.
transaction?
So the real estate commission is strictly between the home seller and the agent.
Okay.
We don't get involved in what the real estate fee is. So whatever the home seller and the agent agree to is totally between them.
Okay.
And just knowing that regardless of what the commission is, there's a set amount that the senior's gonna get back based on the sales price of the house.
Okay, okay.
So, yeah.
And
And
then-
they don't pay, there's no cost for the senior, because the program, a lot of people say, well, how's this funded? It's funded through the referral fee that the real estate brokers pay. And real estate brokers and agents are very accustomed to paying referral fees for business.
Okay.
They look at it as a standard marketing cost.
Okay. In a market such as Dallas, you said we get 2 referrals right up front. About
Mhm.
how many agents in general, if if the senior or the family didn't happen to click with the first 2, would there be multiple other agents
Sure,
that could be
right.
introduced?
The relocation
Okay.
coordinator at the relocation company has access to real estate agents from 4 different companies, 4
Okay.
different national companies.
Okay.
And so if they find 2 and they don't click with them, they'll call the real estate coordinator and the concierge and say, we don't like either one of them. Great, we'll get you 2 more.
Okay. That's awesome. That's an awesome
Yeah.
program.
Oh, it's great, yeah. One other thing, this program is used 50,000 times a year
Wow.
across the country with other organizations, including ours. I mean, we're not doing 50,000
Right.
yet.
Right, right.
But at
But
some
other
point-
different affinity groups.
Yeah,
now.
all kinds of different affinity groups.
Okay.
Insurance type companies that have members belong, banks,
Oh.
credit cards, and mortgage companies, and a lot of associations as well.
Okay.
Offer it as a member advantage.
Right.
So basically, a retirement community becomes a community member,
Okay.
and their membership then entitles them to have access to this program.
Okay. That sounds great.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking.
Well, yeah, you bet. Hey, thank you for telling us all about it. I'm sure, like I said, that this will be a great marketing tool for operators to use, but then it's also a big relief to the prospects and their families that they don't have to worry about that. I just moved not long ago, and I know the headaches of interviewing real estate people and finding the right one, and then selling and getting rid of all of your stuff, and it can be a hassle.
Yeah, so our real estate concierge and the real estate coordinator and the senior move managers are all advocates, providing guidance and support and assistance to the senior and the family member for that whole transition process.
Right.
And home sale.
Is there any other good questions I could ask, or?
No, we're very eager to roll out the relocation concierge, which is a new part of the program. We feel that with the concierge, we're going to be able to communicate more effectively back to the community
Yeah, okay.
about what's going on with their prospect that they've sent to us or that they've given the brochure to. So we think that is going to really add a high level of value as well as communication back to all the interested parties.
Right. So if an operator did want to sign up, what kind of commitment do they have to make in order to be a part of this network?
Well, currently, we have a community membership fee of $1,500 for a year, but with that, they get 100 of our senior planning guides, and 100 of our transition guides, and 100 of our home sale guides, which right there is worth about $1,800.
Okay.
And we're only charging $1,500
Okay.
to become a community member.
So there'll be
So-
pre-printed collateral for them to
Right.
hand out with their own,
Right,
with the
right.
community's marketing
Right,
material as
and
well.
we would put their logo on the 3 guides,
Oh, okay.
and then we'll also provide the trifold brochure about the Senior Relocation USA program that they can hand to the
Okay.
customer. So really, by becoming a community member, they're able to get the guides for less money than if they're not a community member. And then we
Exactly.
will have a portal where they can click on a website and fill in the customer's information if they want to do it that way, or they can give the brochure to the senior or the family member who can call an 800 number, or go to the website and say, I want information on this service.
And once the, let's say a senior chooses to participate, once the, community gets the information to the service, does the concierge then make contact with, the prospect over the phone?
Yeah.
Or do they come out to their house?
They do it
or-
over the phone.
Okay,
Now, from time to time, there may be an opportunity, depending on where the senior is located, that from time to time, the concierge may make a visit.
okay,
But it's primarily over the phone.
okay.
Otherwise, the cost would be, we'd have to charge a fee
Right,
for each
right.
transaction, and so we're trying to make it very cost effective for
Okay.
the community. It really costs the community nothing,
Okay, okay,
other than, the membership fee.
great. Right, right.
And then they get the guides for that.
Right, but such a great marketing tool for
Oh,
them.
oh,
Yes,
my gosh,
yes.
yeah.
Okay. And then once the concierge makes contact, then they would just go ahead and set up the referrals to refer at least two real estate, local real estate agents
Uh-huh.
to that family or prospect.
Right.
And then they could, go through the interview process to see which one they like the best.
Right.
Okay.
As well as senior move managers.
Okay.
Because if the concierge says, do you need help getting the house ready? Do you have stuff you need to get rid of? Do you need help with that? Oh, yeah. Great, let us get you a couple of senior move managers to talk to as well.
Okay, great.
We think it's good for them to have a couple to talk to, just so that they have a choice.
Right, right.
Now, some are gonna say, no, just give me the one that you think's best. And we'll
Right.
probably say, well, we can do that, but, we think you'll be better served by at least talking to two to see what the difference is. in the
That
two
brings up a
people.
good point. Are the real estate agents and the move managers that participate, are they graded or tracked to, I guess, to see how well they perform?
I'm glad you asked that question, because that's something that we're gonna do that I don't know of anyone else that does anything like this is doing, but our plan is to survey the senior and the family member after the service is delivered, to rate on a scale of 1 to 10, the real estate concierge, the real estate coordinator, the real estate agents on the real estate side, and the senior move managers on the move management side, so that over time, we will only refer to those with the highest rating. So that'll be a quality assurance type of program. So the more people use it, the more we're gonna know this person consistently scores 9 or 10.
Right.
And that's why we're referring them. Those that score low, they get off the list.
Right. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, and I'm glad you asked that question.
Yeah.
So that's a way of helping with quality assurance.
Right, right. Okay.
Good question.
Well, I can't think of anything else.
Oh.